Welcome back to Offbeat. I'm Tommy McDonald. Today's episode is maybe a bit different. Last year I made a video with Eva Berger where she made allegations that she was sex trafficked to Budapest and then subjected to a violent sexual assault by Pierre Woodman and his 4 accomplices for a porn video. I also interviewed one of Pierre Woodman's former model recruiters who actually went to prison for sex trafficking. And in that video I went through the strongest public allegations against Pierre Woodman. It's taken a while, but he's finally decided to take some legal action against me. But before we dive in, if you like my work and want to support it, please like this video, subscribe to my channel. Some of my videos are really important and they need to be seen by as many people as possible, and liking, subscribing, that helps it out a lot. Now, this defamation case is pretty strange for a few reasons. First, it's happening in Hungary, where I haven't even lived for well over a year. Their legal system is really quite different to anything British or American people are used to. And second, I haven't received any official summons or any communication from the court whatsoever. No letters, no emails, nothing. I only found out about this case on the day one of Woodman's current model recruiters was convicted of raping 8 more women and possessing child pornography. Woodman was freaking out and he contacted me by text and he was trying to kind of like intimidate me and bully me, saying I'm going to go to prison, and he sent me his court summons, like his court summons, the one summoning him to court. It was just ridiculous and, you know, I laughed it off mostly. But anyway, I had this court summons, and technically defamation is a criminal offence in Hungary. In theory, you can go to prison, but in practice, you get a fine if you're found guilty. And that really is a big if, because I stand by every allegation that I've published on my channel. Thankfully, his lawyer's name was on the court summons, so I thought, I'll get in touch with her, find out what's going on. So the lawyer that Woodman hired to take action against me is Dr Korom Klaudia. I told her I was making a video about the defamation case. I explained how I was just really surprised to see that it was a woman that had taken the case. Like a woman working for a notorious violent porn producer. You just don't expect that. I even asked her like how any woman could do that and if she approves of his content. She didn't give me an opinion, but she did try to get me to not make the video. In this message, you can see a load of bullshit and her warning me not to speak about her. I then sent her a link to the videos of Eva Berger being kicked, spat at, suffocated with a pillow, bleeding from her anus. I just wanted her to see exactly who she's working for and what she's supporting. And she replied, offering to show me the claims that she sent to the court and kind of begging me not to talk about her. I guess she thought it was like doing a deal. I guess Woodman's lawyer is helping me now, or what's going on? It was very weird. But it's just so funny how this woman is happy to take Pierre Woodman's money, but she's ashamed of it being known that she's working for him. Now, Hungary is a conservative country, and honestly, there's a lot of these kind of stuck-up, ultra-conservative women who are just really quick to call girls in porn whores or bitches. In my opinion, it's not selling sex that makes you a whore. It's doing things like this. It's when you sell your values that makes you a whore. You know, doing a job that you're ashamed of, just for the money, you know, that makes you a big, fat, juicy whore, in my opinion. Anyway, I told her if she's so ashamed of taking Woodman's money, she should just donate her fee to a women's charity. She ignored that and just sent me the documents. I guess, you know, keep that porn money, Claudia. You know, keep Daddy Woodman's cash. Maybe if you ask him nicely, he'll do a casting with you and give you some of that rough stuff that you've seen in his videos. So she sent me the documents that she says she sent to the court. And honestly, it's a joke. I have no idea if they're complete, so there might be more things that I haven't seen. The court hasn't sent anything to me, so it's very hard to defend myself at the moment. But the craziest part is the claims are not even against my channel. They're not against my content. They're actually against an interview I did on Hungary's most trusted news channel, Partisan. I'm pretty sure that Woodman must have already failed against them. And maybe that's why he's coming after me instead, because it's not my content. You know, we took a long time with Partisan when we did the interview. They kept asking me so many questions. I had to keep supplying them with evidence for all the claims I made. So I doubt there's a very strong case at all. But just so that you guys are informed of everything that's happening, I've got what she sent me here, Woodman's claims, and we can go through them. The crazy thing is, even though my content is in English, the court documents have been translated into Hungarian badly by all accounts. So obviously this is things I've supposedly said translated back into English. I'm not going to go through all of these because they're so ridiculous. First of all, the defamation charges against me But the first thing listed in the case is a description of the video that's not even on my channel. I didn't write this. I don't know what it's got to do with me. And then B, Eva Berger accused Woodman of violence, but she did. That's a fact. Pierre was brutally violent with Eva. He was. That's in the video, and Woodman has yet to prove that it wasn't violent. She had actual damage to her skin. Like, even if it's consensual, you could still describe that as brutally violent. They got Pierre Woodman to shoot and set up a situation in a way that she couldn't say no. Again, this is, Pierre Woodman admits this. Like, he's the one that tells me the techniques and tactics he uses before a shoot. So if he has a problem with it, all he has to do is do his shoots in a more ethical way. Do them the way every other company does. And it goes on and on. Almost every claim is very easily defended because I have evidence or testimony from witnesses or victims stating those things. Others, I'm clearly being asked for my opinion, and I give my opinion. I'm making a lot of claims against the whole industry in general. And Woodman is trying to say that me criticizing the entire porn industry is defamation against him specifically. Now, I was on that show to act as a whistleblower on the industry and on the problems in the industry, and that's the role I played. And in Hungarian law, being a whistleblower is a free speech issue. And again, I stand by the claims I made. And now look at another one here. They've taken things that I said about Rocco specifically and said that somehow that's defamatory against Pierre Woodman. Like, it should be Rocco suing me for things I've said about Rocco and Woodman suing me for things I've said about Woodman. Well, this thing is so weak that they have to put general things and things about other people in there. Oh, this is my favorite one though. Woodman prefers to work with pimps. That was something that Ricardo Soli said. He was Pierre Woodman's model recruiter. Worked with him probably the longest of any of his recruiters, brought him a lot of girls. And Ricardo went to prison for sex trafficking. Let's look at who else is there. Dennis Blackmagic. He is in prison now for raping 8 women. And, you know, some of them women were forced into prostitution, you know, also known as pimping. Woodman's one of the only people that works with this guy. Derek Hay in America, on trial next month for pimping. Plus all these Russian girls in porn are working illegally with no documents. Obviously that's trafficking. The people behind them that have trafficked them, you wouldn't describe them as an agent, you describe them as a pimp. And Woodman, he seems to love working with them. And yeah, that was me quoting. And I think it's a fair opinion to have, given his history and given his activities. So I just think this would be very easy to defend. Hopefully we get a chance to defend it because it's a little bit weird. I took some legal advice on this and my lawyer says that if the courts don't contact me, there's not really a case to answer. But obviously I paid him to, you know, together we've gone through the defense and what we have, what if there's anything missing. And it's weird to pay legal fees for a case which has not even enacted against you. But, you know, there we go. Honestly, there's no amount of money I won't spend to make sure that the truth stays out there. So I guess we should ask ourselves, like, what does this mean that Woodman has launched such a flimsy case against me? And not even against me, it's like about things I said on a different channel. So for me, I take it as a tacit acknowledgement that everything Eva Berger said was true. I believe her. I believe all the other allegations against him too. I've yet to see any evidence from Woodman exonerating him. And he keeps saying, you know, I've got all these videos proving that I'm innocent, so show them, you know, just stop talking with your bullshit and just show us what you've got, show us your evidence. For me, every time Woodman's shown any evidence, it's buried him further and made him look worse. We really need the police to step up and just investigate him. Like, if the police investigate him properly and they come back and he's fine, obviously I'll have to take things back. And I don't know, we'll have to figure out why there are all these allegations if he's so innocent. But we really need him to be investigated in order to just find out what the hell is the truth of what's been going down. Finally, this is quite a short video. I just thought let's end it with some fun because this is not the first time I've had an interaction with a lawyer on these stories. I was actually contacted by Kiara Lord's lawyer. I wasn't going to show it because it's too short, but you know, Woodman gave me an opportunity, so let's slot it in. So I was contacted by esteemed Hungarian lawyer, Dr. Szedő Péter, with Dr. Tamas Doma copied in. These Hungarian lawyers love their titles, don't they? Anyway, I spared you the bullshit of her claims. Let's just get right to the fun part. So we had like a back and forth over the claims. Obviously, I just told him to fuck off. He's welcome to take me to court if he thinks that she has a case. Same with Woodman. You know, when the court contacts me, I'll respond, I'll defend the claims happily. The thing with Kiara is her and I were extremely close friends. And we talk all day, we text all day, we knew everything that we were doing, everything about each other's lives. And she would tell me about every single escort client she had. She didn't really have many in Budapest. Her prices are very expensive and, you know, people were either not willing to pay it or couldn't afford to pay it. I don't know. But I remembered there was a lawyer that was paying her. So I asked around about this lawyer, and yeah, they confirmed that the lawyer that she's going after me with for a defamation case is her escort client, which is just so funny to me. So, you know, being the troll I am, I had to just have a few digs at him by email, and he didn't really like it, and he kept trying to deny it. But I went through my my WhatsApp messages, and I found this great one. Kiara sent it to me. On a date now, sweet guy, 44, Hungarian lawyer. Incredibly boring sex. Wow, I thought he'd never get hard, but finally he did. And so I sent it to him, just saying see, told you, Kiara told me about her clients. And then I didn't hear from him anymore. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to the case. Maybe I'll be surprised with another defamation case that I don't know about or know anything about, but I don't know. I just think Woodman, Kiara, it's just shitty people, you know, but sometimes you can have a laugh at them. Anyway, that's it for today. If there's any legal updates, I'll post them here and tell you all about them. I actually have 2 more videos related to Woodman and the porn industry in general during my time when I was there. But hopefully soon we can just move on from all this and get back to doing fun stories and fun topics, because the last year and a half, it's been emotionally draining. I've heard so many sad and traumatic stories. It's been hard to process and reflect on my time in the industry and the role that I had in some of those stories. I felt a lot of pressure to get these stories right because I don't think I should be the one doing them. But it seems like I am the only one that's prepared to tell the stories. So I just felt a big responsibility to do justice by the victims. And it's been draining. So I'd like a break from it all, like a chance to just focus on things I enjoy, build a new business, a new life for myself. I just want to say a huge thanks to everyone that supported me, especially the viewers and so many people that watched these and cared. It's just really good to know that there's so many compassionate people out there. And of course, the people that helped and provided information, you know, you guys and girls are the best, really. Thank you.